Hello, you on the other side. Welcome back to the Ace English. I'm Pedro Ribeiro, and let's talk about the second part of our sequence of articles. Before we talk about articles, I would like to introduce a topic of pronunciation for you. How we pronounce the definite articles in English. If you're Brazilian, you might feel a bit uncomfortable, a bit difficulty when it comes to the pronunciation of the word, especially because we don't have this pronunciation, this sound in Portuguese. But the correct pronunciation of this article, we need to place the tip of the tongue between the teeth and make a voiced sound. This is the sound that we should pronounce when we speak the article. The. See, I place the tip of my tongue between my teeth so I could produce the sound correctly, okay? So once we know how to pronounce this article, let's go to the 9 tips on how we're going to use correctly this article. And tip number 1, we use it when something has been mentioned before, okay? We are telling a story and then I say, I saw a tree, the tree was white. All right, so the first moment I introduced the tree, I needed to use the indefinite articles, as we mentioned in the previous video, which I'm going to put the link above me. But once I have to talk about this tree again, I need to use the definite article because it is a definite tree, something specific. It's not a general tree again, okay? For tip number 2, we use definite articles every time we use superlatives. For example, the Amazon is the longest river. So as I'm using a superlative adjective, I need to use the article. Tip number 3, when we talk about inventions, every time I'm talking about inventions, I'm going to use definite articles. So the gun, for example. Another example, the television. Both gun and television, they are inventions, and therefore I'm going to use the definite article before these nouns. Right? For tip number 4, is species of animals. The cat. It's not a specific cat, but it's the species of animal, right? Or the dog, the giraffe. They are species of animals. And then I'm going to use this definite article. For tip number 5, we use the before national groups. For example, the Portuguese discovered Brazil. The Portuguese discovered Brazil. I'm referring Portuguese as the group of people, the national group, which discovered Brazil, right? For tip number 6, when we know what we're talking about. For example, the sun. For us, we live on Earth, so there is only one sun, so the sun is the only one. Or the moon, again, is the only one. We know which one we are talking about. Tip number 7, names of places which are plural. For example, the Himalayas, the Netherlands, and the Andes. They are 3 examples of places which have their names written and pronounced in plural, right? And because of that, we need to use the before these names. Tip number 8, before names of countries which have states, kingdoms, and republic, we're going to use the article. So the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and the Republic of Congo are 3 examples of names of countries which we use the article before the name of it. Alright? So, states, kingdoms, and republics, we're going necessarily to use the before the name. Tip number 9, and the last one, before rivers, seas, oceans, and deserts, we're going to use the before the names. The Amazon River the Red Sea, the Sahara Desert, and the Atlantic are examples of rivers, deserts, seas, and oceans, which therefore we need to use the article before the name, right? And there are some cases which we cannot use any article before the name. For example, when we use generalization, when we generalize with plural. So, people are great. People in Brazil are great. So, in general, people are great. No, I don't use the article before people, which is a plural noun. Okay? Another generalization is with uncountable nouns. We don't use any article before uncountable nouns when we use the generalization. So, rice is healthy. Rice is healthy. All right? And with the third topic is with abstract nouns. Love is amazing. Love is abstract. It's a noun, but it's abstract. So we don't use before abstract nouns any kind of articles. Okay? And to finish today, for most names of people and places, I know that in Brazil, some people, they are accustomed to use articles before names. For example, o Pedro in Portuguese, and when they translate, because they are thinking in Portuguese, they usually say the Pedro. But as it's a common name, it's a name, we don't use any article. So he is Pedro, that's it. Or most names of places. Brazil is a very good country. So Brazil is a good country. I don't use any article before that. Okay? I hope you have enjoyed this video today. If you did, like, share with your friends. But if you didn't enjoy it, share with your enemies, with people you don't like. But do not forget to share this video and subscribe to the channel. Okay? Next week we come with new tips on how to speak English well. See you then.